Actual Karen here, okay, boomer in the yard. The White House is closed and not taking messages on the phone today. The on-again, off-again coronavirus task force is back on and met. Pollyanna Pence, the little Mary Sunshine of the White House, is making lemonade as fast as you can, but life is throwing lemons at the White House like an Oklahoma hailstorm. 34 states are getting better, but he'd like to forget how bad the other 16 are doing. He admits we are seeing new cases rising. We are tracking them very carefully. That would be a first. According to the CDC, we had almost 40,000 new cases yesterday in the USA. 2,526 U.S. citizens died for a total of just 126,277. He says there may be a tendency among the American people to think that we are back to that place where we were 2 months ago. But Polly isn't going to tell us where we were 2 months ago, so I will. Pence and Trump were promising tests to anyone who wanted one and saying it was safe to open without mandatory PPE. Easter didn't go well, but maybe Mother's Day will be better. On April 30th, we had 1,069,534 confirmed cases with 63,001 deaths. He says, we're in a time of great losses and great hardships of the American people. The reality is we're in a much better place, close quotes, than we were 2 months ago. We wish we were. We have more than doubled the number of cases and the number of deaths, and Trump is saying, sarcastically, if we didn't test so much, people would not be sick. According to Pence, the truth is we did slow the spread. We did flatten the curve. I wonder when that would have been. 34 states seem better, but then some of those that were doing wonderfully well 2 months ago with few restrictions are getting worse and worse. Houston, Texas, my hometown, and where most of my relatives still live, is at 97% ICU capacity, with 134 ICU beds left for a population of about 5 million. With over 5,000 new cases a day, and they're opening up pediatric hospitals for adult patients. Pollyanna is encouraging you to follow local, state, and federal guidance, like any of those are close to the same. Trump leaves it to the governors, then forbids them to do it. Mayors try to rein it in, and GOP governors forbid them to do it. Kind of like on local gun control, only right now the virus is deadlier. He says, don't touch your face, disinfect frequently, wash your hands, stay at home when you feel sick, and practice social distancing. Just practice. But you won't need it at the next Trump-Pence ego fest. And Pollyanna Pence was not wearing a mask. Nor did he suggest using one. And definitely not if Trump is in the venue, because he feels slighted when people do. And Polly brings it to a close with a call for unity. We still have work to do, so we say to every American, particularly in those counties and in states that are being impacted by rising cases. Now is the time for everybody to do their part. Because Pollyanna gets his messages, his information from Trump, the natural medical genius, because his Uncle John taught physics at MIT, they believe there will be no second wave. And I guess if one threatens, Trump will stop it with an executive order. Just don't be doing any mask wearing or social distancing at the Trump Ego Booster event coming to your state if the polls, which he pays no attention to, keep getting worse. Well, good afternoon from Portland, Oregon. Bye.